Welcome back to the Outer Worlds with the Rude Man. And in the last episode, we got our chemicals from Byzantium, and we need to take them back to Phineas. So we need to head to the ship, make a little trip with the ship. Where's the ship?
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Of course they are.
If you don't mind my saying, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports.
Uh-oh.
And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career.
Who is this? Yeah, you mean stumbling around the colony pretending you know what I'm doing?
I think you're being modest. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. You walked through Edgewater and in your wake transformed it from a loyal company town to a haven for dissidents. I'm actually a little impressed. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky.
You almost sound like you approve.
Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony.
Everybody wants something, don't they? How do you know I'm from the Hope?
We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing colonist, all we had to do was scan the passenger manifest.
Well, I'm sure you didn't bring me all this way just to flatter me.
You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate.
I'm listening.
Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us.
Why would they want him that bad? What's he wanted for exactly?
He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal.
You want me to sell him out then? Is that what you're saying?
Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Let's get out of here. I don't like where this is going. Alright, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. But let's go see Wells.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
What? What did you do?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
You got anything new to say? No.
Goodbye.
She's just full of it. Alright, so let's go talk to Phineas. I don't know whether to take anybody with me or not. Let's take the same crew. We'll take Nyoka. Nokia. She's a telephone. What to do. It's getting deeper and deeper for me. I started out as a meat popsicle, and now I'm wanted by everybody. And everybody seems to want to just use me.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
Forget about the chemicals for a second. The colony's on the verge of collapse.
What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation.
Well, that's what everybody wants, but everybody's got different ways of doing it. I don't know what the correct thing to do is. It gets worse. The chairman's planning on freezing every worker in Halcyon.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us?
Sounds like it.
That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes 2 things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved.
I found your chemicals in the ministry. The board was testing them on human subjects.
Human test subjects? Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board.
Well, what is it that you're doing that's different? These are all the chemicals I could get anymore, and I would have killed the subjects.
Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, 10. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
Well, if I'd have taken them all, I would have killed people. I couldn't have done that. We need to think about this. There has to be something we can do.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head.
Well,
Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope.
oh, man. All right, let's use some science here. What's that mean? There's a way. It's not exactly safe, but we could skip the Hope into the system.
Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius!
I am?
We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab.
Oh, hey, I've got some other good news here. I'm just a font of good news. The Hope's probably damaged. We'll have to route power from the Unreliable. Of course we do.
Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
Experimental methods for killing noxious life forms are not covered under this unit's limited liability agreement.
Well said, whatever you are. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately.
Okay. I got some questions, though.
Certainly. How can I help?
Is there going to be any resistance?
It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny.
Yeah, I know they have. They told me so. Just so we're clear, you know the skip drive isn't supposed to work that way.
Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly.
Mostly.
That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, you're really worried about me. You don't think people are going to notice that a gigantic colony ship just slams into the rings?
Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posterior.
Okay, fine. No more questions.
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
I've been asked to plant a tracking signal on your lab, but I'm not going to do it. I started this rodeo with Phineas. I'm going to end it with him, I guess.
You absolutely should.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
Sarcasm, the last refuge of the witless. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time.
Get it. You want to prepare. You're sure? You're okay with this?
The enemy is bound to discover my hideout sooner or later. I'm prepared for that eventuality. This is just my way of buying myself a little time. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses.
Okay. Woohoo! Level up. Alright, so... Hi. Are you okay? She looks like she's gonna pass out. Alright, we gotta go use his whatcha-dinger to plant the tracking signal. I guess. Take a look at the journal. Travel to the Hope. Wait a minute. Oh, let's do the tracking signal first. Find Wells communication terminal and send a tracking signal. All right, we can do that. Send a tracking signal. Send a corrupted tracking signal. Send tracking signal or send corrupted tracking signal. So let's do make sure I hit the right button. What's this now? I worked it out. Explain details later. Will be difficult to reproduce. Need your help. All necessary materials should be present in Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dumped a new associate dirt side, Terra 2, near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust in them only about 23%. They're recovering a ship. Should be along anytime. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this. Eager to be done. All right. What is this now?
That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
All right. I don't know what that was about. Might have been something I should have looked at earlier. I think it had something to do with me. Don't know if it matters at this point. All righty.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so return to Ada. Sophia said she'd contact you as soon as her office picks up Wells' location. Head back to your ship and see if Sophia has a message for you.
Captain, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony.
Okay. Byzantium's a big place.
Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Well, she's just a pompous ass. What can you expect? What do I do? Okay, let's just think this out here. Sophia was pleased with your results and requested that you come to see her in Byzantium. I don't know what to do. Alright, where's the hope at? It's been a long time. Oh, there it is. Alright, here we go.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
Okay. What's going to happen if I skip the Hope?
If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2.
Well, that's not good.
Or the Sun.
Oh, that's worse. Alright. How do I do this?
Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
Oh, well, thank you. A compliment. Good. Alright, let's see. We're going to the Hope. Maybe I need Parvati. An engineer. And a doctor, maybe? Or Sam? Good question. Let's take Parvati and Sam. Alright. This is where it all started for us. Okay, there's two things. Whoa. What do we have to do? Repower the Hope skip drive. Patch Ada into the Hope's communication system. Alright, so let's see. This must be the communication system, maybe? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That might just be the engine. I don't know. Well, this isn't. It's stealing. All right, I don't want to steal from my own ship. How do I get over? Hello, who are you? Why are there people here? Yeah, that's right. Got your paper where do I need to go? I'm running out of.
Great work.
I'm running out of disguise here. Oh crap. Here we go.
Unexpected security.
Alright, power status. Communications cannot be powered until the reactor is repaired or an auxiliary power source is provided. Great.
Sweep.
Sorry.
Error. Hope crew data not found. Identify yourself.
Uh-oh. Persuade. The statement says false.
Error. Paradox protection protocols have prevented me from registering your stated identification. Please report to your nearest mechanical engineer.
Alright, I'll do that. Will do. Thank you.
Error. Paradox prevention
Whoops.
has temporarily disabled this unit's auditory processing.
I hit the wrong
Thank
key.
you for your cooperation.
I don't know what I did. I guess I turned him off. Alright, we need to get out of here. How do we get in here? How did I get in here? Oh, jeez. This way? I'm lost again. Oh, man. How did I get up here? I've got myself lost. Look out, rats coming through. We're in a sinking ship. Those don't seem to be stealing. Alright, how do I get out of here? I gotta go that way. What's this? I'll come back here later. Sam, how do I get out of here? Here we go. Well, that was a wasted trip. Do we have to power this up first? Alright. Auxiliary functions. Patch. Root auxiliary power source to supplement reactor. Power status report. View archived logs. Patch. Power is now being routed from docking bay. Reactor is now in auxiliary power mode. Okay.
That ought to do it, Captain.
Okay, now we gotta go back. If I can remember how to get there.
What?
What? What'd you say? Didn't I go this way? Did I go this way? Uh-oh, this isn't the way.
Contaminant warning.
Error. Hope crew data not found. Identify yourself.
Persuade again.
Error. Paradox protection protocols have prevented me from registering your stated identification. Please report to your nearest mechanical engineer.
Will do, thank you. Alright, this is not... That's it. Okay, route communications through to the unreliable.
Can you hear me, Captain?
Yes.
I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems.
Cool.
And am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File not found.
Well, thanks for the offer, I guess. Alright, so that's done. We gotta go to the bridge. Well, I'm not quite sure. This is a big place. Holy shit, run!
Will leave it today. Innocent verified.
There's a biggin', there's a biggin'. Well, I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, didn't I? Alright, I think we're at least safe here for a minute. Let's rest and then we'll try to get to the bridge.